Hello and welcome. It's time for another edition of Poland Daily Travel. My name's Will Richardson, and this time we'll be taking you on a series of episodes exploring the Warsaw Zoo. It's a peaceful reserve located on the eastern bank of the Vistula River in Warsaw. So come along with us and let's visit the Warsaw Zoo. Hello everybody and welcome back to another exciting edition of Poland Daily Travel. We're here at the Warsaw Zoo and you can see it's a absolutely fantastic day. In fact, they don't make days better than this. This may be the greatest day ever. The temperature is perfect, there's not a cloud in the sky, and we have a lot of animals to visit. We'll see what's happening. Hope they're not all hiding inside or because because it's too warm. What do you think? You like the zoo?
I saw some rhinos and elephants outside. Monkeys are having fun. Parrots too. I think that we should join them.
Yeah? What's your favorite animal in the zoo?
Well, my favorite animal in the zoo, I have always liked the most elephants.
You like elephants the most?
Yes. I will show you. I have a picture. When I am a little kid, I show with my finger an elephant and I tell to everyone, people, look, there's an elephant over there. I can see an elephant. And I will attach this photo to our documentation. Here it is.
Great Scott, you'll have to supply us with that photo. Yeah, my favorite animal is the tiger.
Okay.
I like the tiger.
Because you like it's a dynamic animal. It's like opposite to your temper, right?
Yeah, it's absolutely the opposite of me. That's why I like the tiger. It's a fierce animal. And I'm a pussycat. Not a fierce bone in my body. At any rate, I think there's only one thing left to do. We're going to go have a conversation with Olga now, who's been kind enough to spend a little more time with us. Olga, are you ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready?
Yes.
You're very ready?
I'm very ready.
Okay. Hit it, Olga. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ah! Wrong direction. Hello, everybody, and we're back. We're sitting in the middle of the zoo, and we've got a little more time to talk to Olga here with Arthur, who's joined us for this. Arthur, where have you been?
I've been around. I've been taking care of the animals.
You have?
Yes.
Are you you're learning the zoo trade, are you?
I've been telling them jokes and they were laughing at me.
Really?
Yes.
The animals were laughing at you?
Yes.
That sounds unusual, but I believe it.
That's normal for me.
What?
That's normal for me.
It's normal for you? The animals always laughing at you?
Yes, when they look at me, they feel better.
Could you make a cat laugh?
Well, I can.
That's not easy.
I can feed my cat.
You can feed your cat, but you can't make him laugh. It's not
But
too
when
easy.
I put him a portion, then he laughs.
Yeah. Well, you're not making Olga laugh. She's not laughing.
Well,
but she's like the Mona Lisa. She would only give you a small smile.
She's our pro.
A tiny smile.
She's our teacher today.
She's put up with more than this before.
We thank
Haven't
Olga
you,
very much.
We're talking about Olga in the third person. She's sitting right here.
Yes, I'm
We
here.
can talk to her. Yeah, Olga, what about the history of the beautiful zoo after the war? Because we've been spending a lot of time on before the war and during the war. What happened after the war?
The zoo was destroyed during the war in 95%. The most here was destroyed. And after the war, in 1946, Żabiński comes back from Germany because he was in Germany in an officer camp. And he and his wife together reconstructed the zoo in 2 years. In 1948, the zoo was opened for visitors with new buildings, with animals. This was a favorite place for all. 3 years later, in 1951, Żabiński was fired by the communist government.
The communists fired him. After all he did, they fired him.
Yes.
I mean, good Lord, what do you have to do to please a communist? I wonder.
It was very often that people who worked for the Home Army was persecuted by the communists later.
Sure, of course.
To his death in the 70s, Żabiński can never come to the zoo later. The gate was closed for him, for his family too. To the 80s, it was, the zoo was here, of course, but he was nothing special. The new buildings, the all change was here from the 80s. From 80s for today. The zoo today is a very modern style, I think. It's one from the beautiful zoo in Poland and not only.
One of the nicest in Europe, some people say.
Yes.
The best is in Berlin, probably.
Yes, you have right.
Yeah, isn't that? Yeah, I read that somewhere.
Yes.
I didn't know, but it is a nice zoo.
It's a nice zoo.
But this is too. Yeah. Where would you rate the Warsaw Zoo? Out of 0 out of 10, where would you, 9 out of 10, where would you rate the Warsaw Zoo, do you think, in European terms?
I think in the first 10 or 20th place.
Yeah, it would be in the first 10
Maybe.
with the zoos of Europe. What do you think, Arthur? You're a zoophone? I don't know what that means.
Tell me which other zoo has such history.
That's a good point.
I mean, this is something that puts our zoo on totally another shelf, totally another level. Of course, there might be some other zoos that will overwhelm you more with their species of the animals, but still, this zoo holds at the moment more than 4,200 animals and more than 500 species in here on territory of 40 hectares, or 99 acres if you prefer. The history of this place that Olga presented us during last episodes is just so amazing that it's uncomparable to the other ones.
Wow, I agree with that. What about the, how long have you been working in the zoo or as a guide?
16 years.
16 years. And how has it changed in these 16 years, and has being in the European Union helped with funds at all? Or?
We have opened a museum in the villa 5 years ago. The 5 years was here the best time for the villa, of course. The most visitors comes to us after the movie, sometimes after the book, but not very often. The last 5 years was the best time here.
Okay, so in the last 5 years, because of the movie, and which was made from the book, The Zookeeper's Wife, because of that, you've had a lot more visitors because they want to come and see the house, but they also want to see the zoo.
Of course.
The whole thing. So it's a really interesting story. Do you get a lot of funding from the government, or?
We have funding from the European Union.
From the European Union and the government of Poland, and also private donors, I suppose.
Yes, of course, too.
And people buy animals, don't they, or support animals, not buy them, but they
Give
support
money,
them.
yes, for the animals
For the
very
upkeep.
often.
Yeah, I mean, can I buy a chimpanzee for Arthur? How much would that cost? Can I sponsor a monkey
The
for Arthur?
chimpanzee is expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to buy. Can I buy part of like one arm or something,
Yes,
Or-
of course.
or a tooth?
For your friend, yes.
Yeah. No, I
okay.
mean just to support it for in Arthur's name. We could, or maybe a tooth. One of the chimpanzee's
It's a very good
teeth.
idea, I think.
You think I could do that? How much do you think that would that cost me? More than $1 or $2?
100 zloty maybe.
100 zlotys? I could do that. Can we arrange that?
Yes.
Will you help me to arrange that?
Of course.
I will give 100 zlotys for some part of a chimpanzee in Arthur's name, because I think Arthur should be known more about his relatives.
Yes, I would like to get to know more about them, because this is something that I like very much.
Yeah, but you know, I'll tell you this. That I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding too much, because we share like 99% of our DNA with a chimpanzee, don't we, or something?
Well,
In this area?
That's what I learned too. That
Or 99.9. It's really close, right?
exactly that once upon a time there was one animal, and that animal was a mother of latter chimpanzee and human beings as we are. So according to genetics, that's things that we learned, and this is how it was. So I will appreciate the tooth that you will take care of my name.
Yes. So, all right, send your money to sponsor a chimp for Arthur, right here at Poland Daily. We'll P.O. Box, I don't know, I have to make something up. I'll put it on YouTube, and there will be a place to send your zlotys, dollars, and we'll take any money you got. It doesn't matter what it is. Drachmas. Actually, they don't have drachmas anymore. But if you have old drachmas, send them. And we'll put them all in a big pot, and we're going to come right over here and give the money to this lady here, Olga. What's your last name again?
It's Bonikowska.
It's Boniakowska. I knew it. I was just testing her to see if she remembered her name, and she does, surprisingly enough. So send your money here, and we will be sponsoring a chimpanzee for Arthur in the near future. Thanks, folks, and stay tuned for the next exciting episode as we go around the zoo. And actually, we see some animals for a change. Bye.